Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So today I thought I would just discuss some of the filling systems that come on a handful of Visconti pens, and they normally tend to fall in sort of really between sort of 4 or 5 categories. Here today I have the Visconti Opera Elements, a Visconti Millennium Arc, the Visconti Fiorenza Lava, the Visconti Millionaire, and a Visconti Homo Sapiens. This is the Chianti model. So, as I said, Visconti actually have a wide range of filling mechanisms to be able to fill the pens with, and they range from, I guess, pretty much the basic, which you find in a lot of the opera elements or opera clubs or opera metal pens, and these tend to just be a standard cartridge converter. So you just unscrew the body, and there you'll see a Visconti branded cartridge converter there, and these screw in and are threaded, so you can't just pull them out usually. So that's really, I guess, the most basic form of a filling mechanism that you will find on a Visconti. Some people prefer a cartridge converter. They don't typically hold a lot of ink, normally around 0.7 milliliters of ink, but they tend to be easy to clean out, easy to fill up on the go. So that's one of the filling mechanisms that Visconti use. Now, another one which is quite interesting is the Millennium Arc. Now, the arc, the reason why it's called a Millennium Arc is because of this arc, or almost you would really call a crescent. Conklin actually have their own one called the Conklin Crescent, and they actually have that trademark. So Visconti decided to create their own version and called it the Arc instead. And basically what happens is you have this plastic ring here, and you'll see that there's like a little bit of a cutout, and this allows you to depress the nibs. So, or there's basically a sac inside this, and I'll just put this here just in case I have ink or any inky water spill out. But basically what you do is I'll show you, you depress that and then let it go, and then it basically creates a vacuum and sucks up ink into the pen. And you do this a number of times until basically there's no more bubbles coming out into the ink, and then at that point what you do is you rotate this ring around, and that stops you being able to press it. So basically inside this pen is a sac. It's not a latex sac, it's a silicon sac. So silicon sacs are supposed to actually last a lot longer than latex sacs, it will hold more than 0.7 milliliters of ink, but it can also be a lot more problematic to try and clean out the pen. So that's something you just have to bear in mind when filling these, is that they tend to be a little bit more problematic. Let's get that orientated correctly against the clip. So that's two filling mechanisms that the Visconti have. Now, this is another interesting one. Now, this one is inked up, but this is the Visconti Fiorenza Lava, and I won't need that because I'm not going to depress it. But basically, you unscrew the cap, and then you unscrew the section here. Now, this is basically a power vac, not like the traditional power vacs that you see from Visconti today, but you'll see here that's an ink window, and it's not an ink window that goes all the way round. It's just on one side, and this is the power vac knob that you will pull out. You basically put the pen into an ink bottle, push the plunger back down again, and then it creates a vacuum and it sucks up ink. So this is what I typically call the Gen 1 or Generation 1 power vac. So the earlier power vacs, you had to unscrew the body to get at the filling mechanism. Nothing wrong with that. The only thing that I did find with this one is that they can be susceptible to leaking, like around the where this actually fits in here to the section threads. It can start leaking if it's not got a good seal. So I had to send this back to Visconti for a repair because it did have quite a catastrophic failure in terms of leaking. And I bought it new old stock. So that's 3 power or 3 filling systems, I should say, and that's a power vac filler. Now you have this one, and this one is a Visconti Millionaire. Now this one is actually made of marble. Yep, you heard me right. It's actually made of marble, and it's quite a heavy, weighty pen. And most of the weight is actually in this cap because of the sheer amount of marble that they actually put in this pen. So this is an interesting one as well. So you unscrew the barrel here, and this actually has a very strange filler, but it says here, press to empty, pull to fill. So basically you put this in your ink bottle, and that creates your suction. It sucks up ink only into this part, and then you basically just, at that point, just screw on the body as so, and voila, you have a pen fully inked. So it's probably one of the most basic systems. I guess it's like a little bit like a cartridge converter, but it's a piston or a vac filling system, and then just to empty it, you literally just push down, and then it is empty. Now that shouldn't have any ink in because it's fully cleaned. Just double checking. But so that is another filling system that Visconti have employed. Visconti do seem to do a lot of chopping and changing of filling systems to see what works in what pen, and I think this is actually quite a good filling system. I actually do like it. It's very nice and easy to fill and to empty. The only problem that I would say, and that I do tend to have problems because I don't have that many nails, grabbing hold of this little bit here and trying to pull it out, sometimes I have troubles with because it is quite a stiff piston. But other than that, it's a really handy filling system and one that I do like. So that's a Visconti Millionaire. And then talking about power vac systems, this has the Homo sapiens tend to have what I would call Gen 2 of the Visconti power vac system, and this has got a little bit of inky water residue in there, so I'll just put a tissue down here. But literally this is a power vac filler, so you unscrew the rear piston knob and then you basically pull back and insert this into your bottle of ink and depress it, and you'll see, and then as soon as that clicks, ink will rush up into the body. And that is the current generation, I would say, of power vacs. Now, so you'll find this on all Visconti Homo sapiens. You'll find it on Opera Masters. You'll find it on pretty much every newer Visconti, I'd say probably from around about, that was created from about 2012, maybe 2013 onwards. So yeah, these are definitely the more refined filling systems. Very good, very quick to fill. Can be a little bit messy now and again. Can be a little bit difficult to clean. So as you can see in this one, you'll see that there are ink spots in there, and I cannot get those out, because no matter how much I try to clean it, you will get ink that sticks behind the piston here. So when you pull the piston back and then push it back down again, it just covers the barrel again. So getting those clean are very, very difficult. But so that's the current version. That's the Visconti Chianti. But likewise, you have that same power vac system in the London Fog, Florentine Hills, the Crystal, the Opera Masters, even the newer Visconti Opera Silver Dust comes with that mechanism too. So that's about it really. Just wanted to show you some of the different filling systems that Visconti employ. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.